Good morning, everyone. I know, morning. It's crazy. Like, we haven't done a morning stream in a few weeks, at least. It's been a couple, what, 3 weeks? I don't even know. Hello, everyone. It was weird getting ready for stream this morning, and yeah, it's amazing. Okay, so let's take a look at who is here. It's Alina and Beth and Melissa. Hello, hello. Let's see. Oh, it's your birthday today. Well, Isalina, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Isalina. Happy birthday to you. Or a shorter version is, this is your birthday song. It isn't very long. Happy birthday, Isalina. I hope you have a great day. Okay, let's see. Who else? Who else? Mary. Good morning, Mary. Christina, good morning. Gail, good morning. Shannon, good morning. Joe, good morning. And it's Steve. Good morning, everyone. And all of you lovely, lovely lurkers out there. I know this isn't my, you know, I more frequently do evenings, but good morning, Sinette. Yes, Super Steve. Took a picture with Elsa and Anna too. That's right. They saw Elsa and Anna. But yeah, so let's see. What do we have? So, news in the pipeline is we have a couple new stickers coming to the store. So keep your eyes out for that in the coming weeks. And as a reminder, those of you who have your memberships, when that new merch for the Etsy store comes out, you will get an exclusive discount code as well. So keep that in mind. We worked on this one on Friday. Also, in between, whenever I have some time, this one's gonna be a long process, but I've been working on this one on my own. Currently, I am just filling in, good morning, Mona. I am filling in the background with black, and we'll see where we go from there. I'm not sure what we're gonna do with it yet, but yeah, it's a long process page. So eventually I'll finish it on my own. But in the meantime, we started this one on Monday. Did I say Friday? I meant Monday. We started this one Monday night where we added our own stones here. We started here. I don't think I like the red flowers though, so we may change those. I don't know that we'll work on roof today. We may work on a different section today. Oh, I realized I left off the little stone here. I should have done stone here as well. Anyway, but we could move to a different section today, like start with the clothes and the laundry basket and stuff. I think we might do that. But yeah, so we're just gonna slowly kind of chip away at this page. Honestly, at this point, I'm wondering if this will be my first book that I've ever actually finished, because so far, like, this is the most like I've done so frequently in one of her books before. So obviously there was this one to begin with. Good morning, Daniela. There was this one to begin with, and then let's see, we have this one's done. I did a test tree in this one, so at some point I'll have to finish that one. And then let's see what else. We have these two that are finished. And then we have our cake page. It would be cool to finish this one. This one, I suppose at some point I should have one of her books that I have finished. Let's see. I know there's that one there, but in between, did I do any? I don't know. So finishing this, oh yeah, there's this one. This is a buddy color with Mary. Finishing this seems like so, yeah. Isalina, this was actually the first one that we colored in this book. So if you go back, we actually live streamed this one. Ta-da! So yeah, you can actually find that one. I know there's a lot of pages still left to do. Watercolor, and also since I watercolored, that's gonna make this one mildly difficult. So, and you can see I had some ink transfer there, but I can erase that. Let's see, what else? Started that one with Ergosoft, so at some point I suppose I gotta come back to it. And of course we have our pointillism fish. What else? I just feel like I've done a lot in this book, and it's, I don't know if I consider this book a bit more, that's when I started, digestible than the other books, perhaps. But this is one I could see myself finishing. So like I said, there's that one there. Then there's the boat. It's the tent page we did together. I started this one with pastels, but haven't finished it. And then obviously the rainbow bus, which we did together. Let's see, are there any more? Oh, yep. Black and white camel. Is that it? No, last one, this one here. So I've done a fair amount in here so far. I mean, at least for me, I'm usually all over the place, but it would be kind of cool if I actually finished it. See, I should probably color this one too. Be a good homage to the book, actually finish it, you know? I did that one, but I did that one, I mean like physically in the book, because I did that one from a Flourish print off. So yeah, technically I have done that one, but it's not in it. And like, it's not physically in the book. Like I want to have a full, complete book, which is why it's just like, oh, well, I did that one with watercolor. Like it's going to be tough to color the back of that one. So we'll see, we'll see. But in the meantime, good morning, Carol. In the meantime, let's go ahead and here we go. Let's get started on this. Let's do something a little bit different, because honestly, I said I was going to color the rest of this roof and I did not have time since the last stream. So I'll do that on another stream, or on probably off stream still. But we have all these little bits and bobs to color here. So let's go ahead and get started with that. Let's see, grab our color chart. I want to do like a blue shirt. So let's start with Indanthryn blue and middle phthalo blue, okay? So Indanthryn blue and middle phthalo blue. Here we go. All right. This is actually the first morning that I've streamed in the new house. It's interesting too, because I've got a window right next to me now, which means we've got some natural light, but it's not like directly in front of us, but it's definitely, it's subtle. I'm sure you guys probably don't notice it because it's so subtle, but it's definitely affecting the light just a little bit, but in a good way, in a good way. All right, give those a quick sharpen. All right, so Indanthryn blue is what we're gonna start with here. Let's see, make sure, yeah. Okay. But yeah, it's Wednesday. I'm excited for you guys to see the new stickers though. I'm really pleased with how they turned out. Okay. So we're just using Indanthryn blue. So how are everyone? How is everyone? How are everyone? How is everyone? How is everyone? It's nice to see you all in the morning. Thing of it is I'm gonna have to get used to getting up and doing this again. The kids are due to start school in about a month, but what that also means is the possibility of more morning streams. Bad. When's it gonna be Friday? Middle phthalo blue. Not wrong on that aspect. Got the kids a sprinkler for the yard yesterday, so they had fun with that. Also, so I don't know if just where we lived in town didn't attract them, but they do now. The kids discovered yesterday outside on our window, the name of it is called a differential grasshopper. Now in Oregon, when I think grasshopper, they're green and they're kind of smallish. Oh, awesome, Melissa, congrats. They're green and they're kind of smallish and they're usually about yay big, maybe like an inch, like at its biggest. So growing up, those were the kind of grasshoppers I caught, but it's kind of like almost a kid rite of passage to catch grasshoppers. And this one, they were catching them the other day and it was just a small one. They pick it up with their hands and then, you know, release it and all that kind of stuff. But there was this giant grasshopper on the outside of our window. And it was, we measured it later, it was 1 3/4 inches long. You would probably at first sight like call it a locust, but the actual name of it, we're using indifferent blue again, is a differential grasshopper. But I mean, the thing was huge, so we temporarily got it up in a jar so the kids could look at it a little bit closer, and we watched some facts on grasshoppers and how the mechanics of their legs worked and everything. And then they were concerned that it didn't. They said that it looked dry because I think they assumed that it should be a wet insect. But we gave it a piece of lettuce and it ate. Like, I can totally see how middle phthalo blue, how devastating things like that can be to crops. Just because we put a piece of lettuce in there in like 5 minutes, maybe 10 minutes, it ate a quarter size. Sounds like a carpet, right? It ate a quarter size, like a coin, like a quarter of a coin, piece of that lettuce. And it wasn't just like a nibble, like a caterpillar does. Like, it literally just like shoveled it into its mouth, and we were all just like blown away. I was just like, oh my gosh. Then we went ahead and let it go outside and everything. But that was yesterday's excitement, was they caught a grasshopper. All right, indifferent blue again. But I know very few kids who haven't caught grasshoppers as kids, you know? All right, let's grab sky blue. That is a beautiful point on the pencil. What sharpener are you using? Hi, Karen. Exclamation point sharp. It is the Doll 133 hand crank sharpener. It's this one right here. I will say the price has gone up on it since I used it. But yeah, you can just type in, yeah, perfect, Shannon, thank you. But it's, I really enjoy it. I like it quite a bit. Differential grasshoppers can devastate crops. The swarm can destroy a field in a day or two. Corn, cotton, fir trees. Yeah, that's what I was reading. And honestly, after seeing just one, like, I just got dust all over it. I can totally see that. Like, the speed at which he ate, I have never seen a bug. Well, and at first, you know, it was like, oh, that's kind of interesting. And then I was up in the office using sky blue, was up in the office in the afternoon. And then there was a different one. I knew it was a different one because its color was a little bit different. And it was sitting on my window. And I texted Steve. I was just like, okay, it was kind of cool at first, but now they're kind of gross. Like, I want them to go. Okay, so now we're going to use indifferent blue again. We're going to go a little bit darker. Yeah, definitely in the insect world, they are considered pests for sure. And then there was just like, you know, you pull up information on these grasshoppers and it's just like, oh, this is how you eat them. And I'm like, oh, blurg. All right, middle phthalo blue. Okay. All right, next one here, we have a little towel. I think we're gonna do it in green. So let's grab deep cobalt green and light phthalo green. Do we have that out already? I believe we do. Yes. All right, so deep cobalt green now. But, you know, kids being out of school and everything right now, it's just like, well, that's our science lesson for the day. Yeah, Doll 133 hand crank. Yep. Yeah, I love it and highly recommend it. The two sharpeners that I use on the regular are that one, and then I have these little handheld Stedler sharpeners like the one that Johanna uses. And I like using those, especially for like smaller pencils. I like using those for my ErgoSoft pencils, only because my ErgoSofts are shorter, because I use them all the time. Okay. trying to decide. I think that's a towel. It has to be a towel, right? And then there's a shorter one here. I don't know. Maybe I'm thinking too much about it. Thanks, Daniela. All right, so light phthalo green. Okay. And we're gonna go just a little bit darker. Yeah, no problem, Karen. And I actually have a post on my Instagram too. If you go to my main profile, you know, like the stories that are saved, the highlights, I have a post there where I did a whole series of stories listing all of my go-to tools that I use on a regular basis. Yeah, so today I'm celebrating the Bucks winning the NBA championships. I'm fortunate to live somewhere between Milwaukee and Green Bay, Wisconsin. I often color while watching the Bucks, Brewers, and Packers play. Awesome! Well, congrats to the Bucks. That's awesome. I don't follow too many sports, but I know Steve does. Well, Steve follows football and soccer. To be clear, American football. Of course, I guess since I said soccer in that same sentence, that I guess that would have assumed. All right, and then light phthalo blue. Okay. And we're actually going to be adding some red on these here in just a little bit. All right, and then we have this little one here. So let's go ahead and do, actually, let's do kind of a neutral tone. Let's grab Caput Mortem Violet, which is kind of weird for me. Like my instinct is all the color, you know? All right, so let's do Caput Mortem Violet and Cinnamon. He's looking at. Okay, put Mortem Violet. Okay, I'll put there, and then we're going to use the cinnamon. Okay, now we're going to use a little bit more of the Caput Mortem Violet. Good morning, Brandy. How are you? There we go. All right. Thanks, Brandy. All right, now we're gonna go ahead and grab our, let's see, do we want red violet or magenta? Let's grab magenta. Okay. A little bit of that magenta here. Okay, we're going to use the same magenta on the towel. And we're going to use that here, but I think actually we're going to use a little bit of green on there. Oh, you sneezed. All right, deep cobalt green. There we go, just a little bit. All right, and then let's go ahead and grab, let's see, nougat is probably good. Thanks, Brandy. One of these little clothespins. Okay. Oh, I realize this isn't a line, this is part of the shirt. We need to fix that. Okay, so Indanthrone blue. And then, hi, Chloe. Yeah, for the most part, we have, we still haven't turned in the keys to the old place. We need to finish the last of, you know, cleaning, spackling, all that good stuff. And then the rest of everything from the old place is in the garage currently, and I need to unpack that. So we're almost there. We're almost there. For the most part, we're done. But there's just a few last little straggly bits, you know? Okay, so now we're gonna move on to the tree. And I know it's a little bit at angle, but I'm working with the, right, I know you can't see it, but in the corner here, this tripod leg won't allow me to move the book any further. So it's kind of at a slight angle, but we'll be okay. All right, so now we're going to grab walnut brown. Okay, walnut brown, and actually let's do walnut brown and nougat for now. Okay, and we are going to work on this tree a little bit. I don't know, it still feels surreal a little bit being in here. Like it's home, I know it is, but it just doesn't quite feel like it yet. I don't know, maybe it's just because I'm still setting things up or what, but I don't know. Kind of feels like we're visiting someone, if that makes sense. Yeah, nougat. That's how it's pronounced here. You mentioned last stream who lived in the house and did they leave with the laundry up? I think the owner stepped back and sketched the picture for life in the mandarin. Wait, you mentioned last stream who lived in the house and did they leave with the laundry up? I think the owner stepped back and sketched the picture of her life in that moment, Rando thought. You might be thinking of someone else. Yeah, because this house is brand new. Will Sir Paul McCartney start today? I love when he showed up during the live stream. I don't think so. The door is shut right now. Daytime is a little bit different. He's probably sleeping. Yeah, nougat. I can't remember. Do I have a command for it? Exclamation point nougat? I know Lozzie, exclamation point Lozzie has a nougat command. Yeah, nougat. It's pronounced nougat. If you look at all the TV commercials when they're talking about the candy bars and they say it's the soft nougaty center, I just feel pretentious when I say nougat. Like, oh, the picture. I was like, wait, what? There you go. I get you now. I'm caught up. I was just like, this house is new. I don't understand. Oh, I got it. I got it. My brain is so quick today. So quick. Well, if we do more live streams, perhaps, or more morning live streams, we'll be able to see more of her. Right? They pronounce it pecan. It's pecan. No, I'm just kidding. I mean, I'm not kidding about the fact that it is pecan, because it is pecan. But, yeah. I don't know if anybody here has ever watched American Dad, but whenever I hear somebody say pecan, I hear the little alien character going, who ate all the pecan sandies? But the word is pecan. All right, so we're still just using walnut brown. I don't know, I think there's a pecan farm down the road, and I think it'd be hilarious if they called it a pecan farm. Okay. Got these little indentations here, which I assume warrants a little bit darker. Question is, what do we do with this? Like, it kind of fades off. Do we want to close it up? Do we want to just let it fade to the edge? Venison is one way. That's fair. Kind of like Caribbean and Caribbean. That's fair. I don't know that I want to just leave it. Let's kind of finish it off on our own, yeah? Yeah, I like that. Yeah, I like that. I like how that's closed off. Wait, what's not in Australia? How they pronounce it? Janet. Okay. So we're still just using that walnut brown. Hang on one second, chat. Okay, sorry about that, chat. Speaking of pecans, I have a few pecan trees in my yard. Oh, nice. Yeah, there's a pecan farm out here, and when the kids are little, we took them out and let's see, how should I end this one? I feel like since I ended it there, let's do, we're gonna kind of create our own line here. And they got to pick pecans out there. We had a local mom group and they set it up so that we could go out there. It was actually for Halloween, so the kids got to dress in their costumes and go pick pecans. Right, Randy? There we go. Okay, now we're gonna go ahead and use nougat. Use a little bit more walnut here. I want to define this just a bit more. Go, that's better. Oh, I can imagine. It's crazy to me, like, so things to use pecans for. Obviously, you can eat them. If you wanted to, you could put them in banana bread. I mean, there's a number of different things you can do. Obviously, pecan pie is one of them, but pecan pie has so much sugar in it. Like, it's one of the few pies I would say is like sickly sweet. I will say that's one thing that I wish our country had more of in comparison to like New Zealand and I think Australia and the UK. Meat pies. I wish meat pies were a more common thing. Because they are flippin' delicious. I remember when I was in Scotland, we went to, what was it? Oh, the town was called Stonehaven. Beautiful, cute little coastal town. And they had a butcher shop in the town square. And in there was a whole case full of meat pies. Hi, Anna. Iselina, we are using Faber-Castell Polychromos. As a Southern girl, I can admit that I know the word is pronounced pecan, but I always say pecan. I say the former referring to them alone, but once included in... Oh, but the ones in... Oh, gotcha. So like a pecan pie? No, that's fair. Yeah, definitely like the protein in it. How are you this morning, Anna?
Morning, chat.
Steve says morning. All right, and then nougat. Catherine, hello, Catherine. How are you?
Nougat.
No, it's nougat. Really? You're gonna be over there saying nougat? Not helping, Steve.
Nougat.
Nougat? Oh my god. You're fired. You're fired. No more.
No.
Nougat. No, you said nougat. That's what you said. Oh my gosh, that's even worse.
I'm great.
No, Catherine. Hi, Paul. Okay. All right, let's grab cream actually. A little bit of that cream, but I feel like this tree is still far too light, especially in comparison to the house. So we're gonna go over this one more time and darken it up just a little bit. All right, walnut brown. I think it would be fair to admit that a lot of times I hold back a little bit more out of fear of going too dark. That probably has a lot to do with why most of my pictures come out pastel. I like the way it looks pastel, but I definitely don't go super, super dark like first in. It's not until like I step back and I look at it and I go, well, that ended up really light. I have to like retrain my brain and force myself to go darker than I instinctually want to. Monica. Hello, Monica. Hang on 1 second, chat. Yeah. Okay.
It's nice.
Oh, really?
She's
Oh. Okay. All right, and more nougat. Well, I was trying to think. I need to take a look at the schedule that Angie put together that shows when everyone streams. Because when the kids start school in a month, streaming at 8 I don't think will be practical because I have to take the kids to school in the morning. So I think we'll need to look at like a 10 a.m. stream instead, but I know there's a lot of morning streamers. So I'm gonna have to figure out which day works best around all of those. Okay, I think I'm pretty happy with that. Let's go ahead and grab some pine green. Okay. Do I want pine green or do I want chrome? We're gonna grab chrome oxide green instead. But yeah, we'll have to figure and finagle. Thanks, Anna. We'll have to finagle out a school year schedule. All right, so chrome oxide green. Just a little bit of green on the trunk. Okay. There we go. All right, so now we'll grab pine green, okay? And we are gonna work on the top of the tree. Sure we're in frame, there we go. So we're gonna take all of these overlapping parts and assume that these are going to be the darkest parts of the tree. So we're just using pine green right now. Hang on 1 second, chat. Okay, sorry about that, chat. Let's see. I need you to color the pull out from World of Flowers for me. Okay, thanks. Wait, oh. That's that big 2-page one, right? Didn't I start that one? I know there's 2 of them. Let's see, now I'm curious. World of Flowers, did I pull that one out? I started one side of it. Which one are you doing, Shannon? Because I started this one, but I haven't even gotten close to doing this one. Oh, Anna, I'm sorry. It just takes practice. Practice and patience. Both sides? Why do you need me to color that? Are you doing it? Oh my gosh. I haven't even finished the other one. Oh, for the pull-out prompt on Sammy's checklist challenge. Now, when she says pull-out, does it have to be the 2-page one? What if it's one of the ones from the back of Johanna's Christmas? The perforated pages? Technically, any of those could work, right? Oh gosh, Shannon, if you're doing that, oh, I'd love to see that. Yeah, so you could choose something smaller. Or is it, oh, it says, I think it says poster or pull out. Okay. Oh, Shannon, you want to see, let's see if I can even, you're doing it. That's awesome. You want to see a large, let's call it poster, most likely. So a while back, I think this is the French version of Secret Garden, and it's like a cardboard hardback. But in the back of it, there is this. And this one, I don't even think, we may need to Maybe do this. No, that's not even, I don't even know if I'm gonna be able to open this up all the way. Oh, let's see, I don't know. I think maybe this one might be a little bit better. Let's see, anything? No. Good, okay. You see how big this is? This is that tree from Secret Garden. I should color this. This would look pretty on the wall. I should color this. Oh, now I feel like I should color it. But it's literally like four of the pages. Yeah, it's a huge tree. It's a huge tree. Here. I mean, I've done the four-page spread in Lost Ocean, but that one was all the way across. And it's different because there were smaller details. This one could be fun to color and then frame. I should color this one. Okay, now I kind of want to color it. The only thing is when they attached it in the book, there was, let's switch back here. You see this? Like the glue, there was like a glue or something on it. But no, it's in, well, the tree in the American, I'm not I think it might be in the American version of the artist edition. But yeah, so this one's from the hardback French version of Secret Garden. But that actually would be really, I've got some blank space on the wall here that I've been trying to decide what to do. That could be good, and it might be nice to do that. Did you finish the lamp page? Trying to think. The lamp page? Which book was that from? I don't even think about the gelatos. Only thing is I would have to do the gelatos dry because the paper is more similar to the like early edition of Secret Garden. It's not as nice as the paper is now. Oh, sorry. I was in words. Exclamation point words. Words are hard. I was in Johanna Basford frame of mind and I was just like, wait, what? No, I haven't finished it yet. And the reason being is that as I'm coloring it, I'm filming like tutorials for it and everything. But here, this is where I'm at for this one. I actually just filmed another kind of behind the scenes video for it. But that one is for another project. So this is where I'm at. Let's see, how zoomed out are we? So I did a fair amount here. Let's see, would this be more well suited for this again? Let's see, I don't know if you can see that. Nah, let's go and do me here. Okay, so we've got rocks, the boat, these rocks here. And then obviously I posted the video of me coloring the octopi, but most of the water. Oh, Iselina, it's for a lamp, actually. It's for a lamp. So what it is it's a lampshade, and I put it up and there's colored light behind it. No, it's more, it's not like for the glue, it's not like attached. It's like, I think like oil. It's more similar to oil on there, and I think it was just the glue that they used for it. But yeah, so I'm getting it done slowly because I have been filming like as I've been doing stuff. And truth be told, ever since the move, I haven't had a chance to really hunker down. When I do this page, like I want to make sure I have at least 3 to 4 hours a stretch to work on it because it's a bit of a setup to lay it out. But yeah, you can, let's see, do I have a command, exclamation point, coloring lamp? I think it's the command for it. But I do have a dedicated spot for it in the new office, so that's super nice. And I know that they are doing a revamp on some things, and they are getting ready to release some stuff. So keep an eye out for coloring lamp news in the near future. All right, so pine green. I'll have to measure that. That's probably like about, the tree is probably about a 20 inch by 20 inch since the pages are 10 by 10. Yes, Anna, what can I do for you? Yeah, it's probably about a 20 inch by 20 inch, so I get a frame for that. That could look nice. Because before I hung up a lot of my colorings, but I'm trying to limit the amount of holes that I put in the wall. I need to get like some of that locker putty stuff. I can hang them up that way. But a 20 by 20 for that page could be nice. Oh, awesome, Islena. Oh, I need to keep an eye on the time too. What is it? It's only 8:45. We're good. Okay. Probably zoom out just a little bit here. There we go. That's better. The Hermione page? Yes, I do. That was a fun color along. I think we used chalk pastels for that one. Well, Shannon, if it makes you feel any better, you're in good company. I have done the dragon pullout in Enchanted Forest twice. One was red and green, and this was so early on, so early on in my coloring time. And then the other one I did all in black and white. That one was a tad tedious. I'm trying to think. The 4-page spread from Lost Ocean was probably my biggest. And I remember I freaked out because at the end, my Wink of Stella pen like exploded and it oversaturated the page and it tore a hole. Oh, that's awesome, Anna. It tore a hole in the paper and I had to figure out how to like fix it. So it was like near the end. I'd been working on this thing for like weeks because it was 4 pages and it tore a hole. And then, so what I did is I cut out, like I had another copy of the book. So I cut out the section of the page that I needed. And then like I softened the edges around the hole and I was able to like work it out. But oh, I had a heart attack. Sounds good, Mona. So there was that one, and then obviously the dragons. I've done a few 2-page spreads like fairly early on, but it's been a long time since I've done anything that big. I tried with that pullout, I did. But I don't know. Honestly, if I'm not feeling inspired or like excited about the page, I have a hard time sticking with it. Okay. We're still just using pine green here. Adding the green on all the dark spots. I kind of really want to do that tree page. I want to take a closer look at that after stream. Gotta find myself a frame to put that in. I think my problem is for the 2-page spreads, they take so long because I always, you know, you see how long 1 page takes me, you know what I mean? Hi, Robin. Exclamation point sharp in chat. I prefer the Doll 133 hand crank sharpener or the handheld Stedler 2-hold sharpeners. Thanks, Shannon. Oh, yeah, same here. I don't know how many works in progress I have. I have a whole folder dedicated to work in progress PDFs. I've got abandoned pages within books, like, yeah. And like I said, if I'm not feeling, I think that's also why I've never finished a book, because if I'm not feeling inspired or excited about the book, then I just don't enjoy it as much, you know? Thanks, Shannon. That's good, Anna. Let's see, put a little bit there. Okay. Ah, perfect. Thanks, Shannon. Yep, that link right there that Shannon did, the exclamation point blender. I don't know why I missed the blender part of that. Sorry, I read that comment and literally all I read was sharpener. Went out of the line there a little bit. That's, we can grab the mono eraser for that. Okay. Welcome back. We're gonna have to figure out the other green colors we want to do with this tree here. There we go. Okay, a little bit more here. All right, now let's go in with our mid color. So that was pine green that we used. So now let's go ahead and use, do I want to do permanent green? Pine green. Let's actually go with permanent green olive. Let's see, do I have that out already? Oh gosh, is Lena. All right, so permanent green olive. Make sure still in frame here. There we go. And I think we're going to use some pine green at the base here too. So Shannon, I am sad to report I have given up on Dawson's Creek. Couldn't do it. I made it to about season 3 and it was just, I just couldn't handle it anymore. I'm so sorry. It wasn't Pacey that made me quit. I swear. It was Dawson and Joey's issues. I'm so sorry. I just couldn't do it anymore. I mean, I get why the show became so popular in the 90s, but I just couldn't. Season 3 is usually where we start. Oh no. Gail, yeah, pretty much. And it's really the only blender I use. If I use anything else that's similar to a blender, I use like a white Prismacolor. I don't like the Prismacolor blender at all. I haven't used the blender markers. Truth be told, the one time I was going to, Amazon was sold out of them. But yeah, as far as blenders are concerned, that's my number one. I don't really recommend any of them. What are your thoughts on getting the book spiral bound to lay flat? Would you? Robin, I have done that to some books before. I would not do it again. No, the ones that I have that I've gotten spiral bound, I don't really use them. In the newer books, it may be better because she doesn't put a lot of images in the middle, but especially for some of the older books, part of the images are in the middle. So when they cut the spine off to spiral bind it, you are losing part of the image as well. Not to mention that weakens the pages a little bit. So like, cause for me, when I had it spiral bound, I wouldn't lay it flat, but I would flip it around, and that put too much stress on the pages. Truth be told, what I do a lot of times, unless it's a book like this, where it's one that Johanna has signed and sent to me, a lot of times I'll just remove pages to get them to lay flat. But otherwise, unless it's like a travel book or something, and some people like it, they do. But for me, it's not anything I would go and do for my book either. Not to mention, it was like anxiety of me like wanting to make sure that whoever was spiral binding it wasn't gonna mess it up. You know what I mean? Like put things out of order. On this one, it probably wouldn't be as big of a deal because you've got the space in between. But again, me personally, I probably wouldn't. Okay, now let's go ahead and use permanent green olive. But that's just more of a preference thing at this point. It may be more practical for some to go ahead and get it spiral bound. Kind of just depends on where you go to take them. Some places do a better job than others to get it done. Okay. All right, and then cream. I'm gonna fill this in. There we go. We're gonna grab permanent green olive again. And we're gonna go a little bit darker. I know it seems like we're spending so much time on this tree, but honestly, that's the way that I do it. You could go quicker, but if you want to get these layers and everything, then slow and steady wins the race. Okay, a little bit of pine green. Sometimes to get it the way you want it, you gotta have patience. All right, now that we've got that cream in the middle, I'm gonna take this permanent green olive and I'm actually gonna go across the middle, but still using darker permanent green olive on the outside. I just wanna make sure that the tree looks more green than yellow. There we go. It is so fluffy. All right, pine green. Yeah, it's definitely not a super textured tree. But it is fluffy. Go take a nap in this tree. There we go. All right, permanent green and olive. Right? We'd have fluffy trees everywhere. Okay, pine green. I need to add a little bit of red to this tree also, and then we may actually go ahead. I don't think we'll use our blender, but we may use a Prismacolor white on this tree. Of course, I don't know if softer is what we need on this right now. Looking pretty marshmallowy as it is. It's a marshmallow tree. All right, permanent green olive. Question, Black Widows on World of Flowers paper, yes or no? Asking for a friend. I've never had any issues with it. The monarch ones are a little bit softer on the paper. If I were to eliminate one set from just for the way the pencils feel, it would probably be the monarch ones. But otherwise, as far as like blending capability and everything, they're just fine. I would never say I'm never gonna use Black Widows in a Johanna book. Good morning, Della. Yes, the Caran d'Ache blender for sure. Ah, it's now turned evening. Oh, turned Thursday. My bed is calling. Okay, sounds good, Gail. Thanks so much for being here. Get some rest, hon. All right, let's use magenta. Okay. Just on a few of these spots here. Just gives it a little bit of depth and color variation. I swear it's looking so much brighter and like greener on my screen for you guys. Like I said, this is why I like to take a picture afterwards so you guys can get a little bit better of an idea of how it looks in real life. I have to remember to go off how it looks in real life and not how it looks on the camera for you all. Because I'd be lying if I said I didn't occasionally color darker just so that you guys could get a better sense of what it looks like. There we go. All right, let's zoom out here and we're going to turn this down. There. That's a little bit closer to what it's like. Little fluffy tree. All right, let's move on to, let's see, how are we doing? We're doing fine on time. All right, let's move down to here. We're gonna do some of these little bits and bobs here. So laundry basket and whatnot. Not quite ready to start the grass yet. Not quite, but we'll get there. All right, so laundry basket's gonna be a nice little wood basket. We're gonna grab Bister and let's see. Let's do dark sepia. Okay, so dark sepia here. Let's see, there we go. So it's a little bit different color than the tree. Okay.
I need to start getting ready.
Okay, sounds good.
Kiddos know to get me if they need me.
Okay. Steve's getting ready to head off to work. All right, and then we're gonna use Bister. Now we can add a little bit of shadow on the individual portions here so that it looks a little bit more like a basket. But we are going to fill in the back part here. Okay. Now we can go ahead and use a little bit of this here on the sides of the basket. Adding it all on the right side of the line here. Go and the bottom. And we can go in with Bister again. There we go. All right, then we got some laundry in here. We want to make this pop from the brown, so we're actually going to do a nice light blue. Yes, he is physically going to work. He started, that's why morning streams have been a little funky. He started doing that last week, and actually, so he had a project at work that he had to actually be there for, and it came on really fast. So I think it was better that it happened that way, because now he's at an office, and it wasn't like I had time to think about like being anxious about like him going to the office and stuff. It was just like, boom, he's at the office. It's like, okay, well, I guess this is the norm now, but we're both vaccinated. So, oh, awesome, Iselina. Okay, so we're gonna use Helio Turquoise. So I didn't have time to really stress about it before he started going back in again. So, you know, but it's honestly, he's been working from home for a year, and at some point life has to get back to normal, and numbers are down here. Like, it's just, yeah. And then light cobalt turquoise. I mean, if we weren't vaccinated, I might feel differently about it, but okay, magenta. I'd probably say I'm more anxious about the kids going back to school. But again, life's got to get back to normal at some point. All right, Helio Turquoise. And light cobalt turquoise. There we go. Nice little bright blue laundry there. All right, let's go ahead and do this here. We got ourselves a little plant. I see this is kind of like a terracotta planter. So we're gonna use India red and, oh, what do you know? Terracotta. India red and terracotta. Hi, Clinton. Yes, we did a morning stream. Morning stream. And I'm hoping to do more now that we're settled and everything, but this last couple weeks with Steve with his project at work, it's just been a little bit more difficult to get the morning ones. All right, and then terracotta. Like I said, the kids start school in a month, which means we're gonna be doing even more of these. All right, let's grab the Helio Turquoise. Oh, it is a bowl of clothespins. Thank you, Della. See, I was getting ready to color this like a cactus. I mean, the bowl color is still okay, but thank you. You saved me from turning clothespins into cacti. You tell my brain's where it needs to be at. Oh my goodness. Yep, bowl of clothespins. Thank you. All right, so we're gonna use dark sepia. Well, that would have been embarrassing. I know it's not the same brown that we used up above, but if I use the lighter brown, it's just gonna disappear. Oh my gosh, that's hilarious. A cat, I don't know, little tiny cacti. I don't know. I haven't had my coffee yet this morning. I need to go eat some breakfast. Just roll with it. Clothespin cacti. All right, these are plants though, right? These ones, look, we got plants here. They're all plants. Oh my gosh. All right, we're gonna do terracotta on this one too. Bye, Chloe. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you. All right, so India red. Yep, plants, exactly. Oh my gosh. It's just barely 9 in the morning, all right? My brain just has not woken up yet. It's a cacti. Totally a cacti. All right. We're still in frame, okay. Okay, now we're gonna use terracotta, but we're also gonna bring in some cream. I want a little bit of some difference in the plants. So that one gets terracotta all the way through. This one, almost all the way through. And this one, the white part that's left. I did not just hit the pencil on the tripod. Okay, and then cream. So these ones are gonna be slightly more yellowish than the middle one. And we're actually gonna grab magenta. Okay, and we're gonna grab our helio turquoise. A little bit of a shadow behind this pot. And I am using this helio turquoise to color this because, for shadow, because it is the complementary color of kind of an orangey red kind of thing. A little bit on this side as well, not much. Okay, let's grab our India red. Here we go. All right, now let's get these plants done because these are plants. We're gonna start with Hooker's green. Okay. Here we go. Keep looking at 2 plants in the front thinking I would trip over them all the time. I could not have the hazard at my house, right? I'd probably do the same thing. Okay. And we're gonna use, what do we have out here? We've got grass green. We're gonna use that for here. Okay. Then we're gonna go ahead and use pine green. Okay, and then we're gonna use light phthalo green. There we go. Just a couple little different green plants there. Let's go ahead and grab red violet. A little bit on the little bush there and this one here. Okay. All right, let's go ahead and do these other little plants. I feel like I want a blue planter for this one. So what haven't we used? Ooh, Prussian blue could be nice. Let's use Prussian blue and light ultramarine. Okay. So we're gonna go ahead and let's do, which one do we want? Let's do the back one in blue. All right, so Prussian blue. There we go. Okay, and then light ultramarine. grab Prussian blue again, make it a tad bit darker. Okay. Light ultramarine again. Okay. And then let's go ahead and grab our India red. Yeah. Do a little bit more of it. Okay. All right, and then let's do another terracotta one, but we're actually going to use a little bit of pink on it this time. So I keep looking at the two. Oh no, wait! I already read that part. Never mind. Let's see, India red now. Not going to be quite the same as the other ones. Okay. A little bit darker on the edge there. All right, and then we're gonna go ahead and grab salmon. Okay. And we're gonna lightly fill this in. So this one's gonna look almost pink in comparison to the others. All right, so let's grab India red again. And salmon. Oh, we're gonna grab the Helio turquoise. All right, that's Prussian blue. That's not what I want. Helio blue turquoise. Here we go. Okay. There we go. All right, so now we are going to grab, let's see, juniper green. Me too, Anna. I was in doubt about the thing next to the wooden box, so I made it into a bottle. Are you talking about this thing here? Because I totally see bottle with that also. Okay, juniper green. Okay. And then we're gonna use, ooh, May green. We haven't used May green. Let's use May green. Okay. Here we go, that's a nice combination. Okay, juniper green and May green. Okay, and then let's see, permanent green, how's that one? That's a little too bright. Let's grab pine green. Traditional terracotta plant colors, India red and terracotta. Okay, pine green. Okay, pine green and light phthalo green. Okay, and then we're gonna grab magenta. Yeah, you're good. Well, what I can't think of what else it would be. Of course, I'm also the one who thought that clothespins was a cacti, so I may not be the best judge. All right, let's zoom out for a second. What time is it? 9:19. There we go. Yeah, it's coming along. It's coming along. I don't want to start on the grass yet because that's gonna take up some more time. All right, let's do these wooden steps, shall we? There we go. All right, so we're gonna start with walnut brown. Okay. Now the cut of the wood is vertical, so that is how we're going to color it. We're going to be doing a lighter brown on the inside. of sounds like landscapers may be showing up, so hopefully that won't get too loud. All right, so that's walnut brown. So I'm just adding in those kind of texture lines. Nice, Anna. Get this a quick sharpen here. Okay. There we go. Okay, and then, oh, it could be. Yeah, it could be stone. Oh well, it's tree trunks now. Now that does make sense. There aren't any rings, but yep, there will be now. We've come too far. The funny thing is I can't even blame that on sleepiness, because when we colored this on Monday, I assumed that this was slices of tree trunk also. I suppose considering the size of this tree and the size of this house, stone steps would make more sense. Unless this is like someone who lives next to like a redwood forest. But yeah, guess there would now. We'll add the tree rings to it. It's so funny. It's like those tests where you see like, what do you see? Like a lamp or two people kissing? You know, what do they call? There's a name for those where everybody sees something different. It's like, oh, this is a lady in a hat or it's a duck. You know what I mean? Let's do this part here. Exactly, I can add rings. All right, so let's use nougat actually now. Is this nougat? No, that's Bister. I want nougat. Nougat, nougat. There we go. All right, so stone would make more sense now that I'm looking at it. Oh well, we've come too far. All right, so did nougat here. I don't want to make the rings super noticeable. I want them to be subtle, you know? Besides, I got a stone house, so you know, we gotta keep some wood in here. There we go. I love it, Shannon. Yeah, see, that one doesn't need too much. All right, let's go ahead and grab Bister now. That's true, but maybe they just like found it? I don't know. I don't know. All right, we're actually gonna fill in the rest of this with Bister. We're gonna go back over this with sepia. I know it's not quite the same brown combinations that we used on the house, but odds are this came from a different tree anyway, so. All right, so now we're gonna use sepia. Where did our sepia go? What is this? That's burnt umber. We might use that. Here we go, dark sepia. Okay. Let me give this a quick sharpen. Aw, thanks, Stella. Yep, gone too far to turn back. People are very passionate about what they see, right? Exactly. You know, it's funny, I had a childhood friend who I didn't actually find out he was colorblind, or he's partially colorblind until we were like in high school. And I don't remember, I think we were at camp or something, and I remember he was pointing out, he's just like, oh yeah, those purple towels over there. I'm like, what are you talking about? Those towels aren't purple. I forget what color they actually were. But it wasn't that, I don't know, he was, like I said, he was only partially colorblind, so he could still see some stuff, but it was just so funny that we spent our entire childhood, and it wasn't until we were in high school. Hi, Barbara! It wasn't until we were in high school that I even realized he was colorblind. How are you, Barbara? Barbara, you're not coloring this one right now, are you? we have a history. Lately, Barbara and I have been inadvertently coloring the same things. Barbara, I don't know if you saw it though. You know that tent picture that we did? I saw somebody took half of your tutorial and half of my tutorial and like smooshed them together. I was like, oh, that's so awesome. For the moment, okay. There we go. All right, now we're gonna go, let's see, that's burnt umber. Where'd our walnut go? There we go, walnut brown. We need a nice warm brown on here too. So let's grab, let's see, brown ochre I think would be good. Do I have that already? No, I do not. Petrified wood, exactly. I've colored 7 pictures until now, and we have 4 in common. There you go. Well, and you know, if you've got 2 colorists that enjoy Johanna's stuff, like they are bound to color the same page at some point. There we go. All right, now we're gonna go ahead and use this brown ochre on the upper part of the stump as well. Okay. Because this is definitely going to be lighter on top. But I think it's one great thing about Johanna's pages. I've seen so many different interpretations of her pictures. Like, it's amazing. Hang on one second, chat. Okay. So Steve is headed off to work now, so if the kids need me for something, I'll have to cut it short, but we're gonna try and finish up this little section here. Okay, so let's go ahead and grab, actually we're gonna grab sepia, just for some shadowy bits here. Like I said, I wanted the wood grain on here to be really subtle as it is, so. Hi, Frankie. I think she has taken some time to spend time with her family, and she made a post a little bit ago that said that she's got some work stuff and whatnot. So I think she's taking a hiatus from live streams at the moment. Okay, I think I'm okay with where that's at for now. Let's do, before we go, let's do the mat and the envelopes. Just leave us guessing from time to time. I had to hold up the flags on the tiny circus picture. I like it. I like it. Okay, let's do a green. I don't know. I'm going for greens because it's kind of like a naturey look, you know. Let's get juniper. Okay, a little bit of juniper, light phthalo green. Oh, she'll be back soon. She'll be back soon. Don't forget too, she's got a new book coming out later this fall. So if you haven't pre-ordered that, that would be good. And then let's go ahead and do the Helio Turquoise. Okay, and the juniper green. Okay, and then the light phthalo green. Okay, and a bit of the magenta. There we go. Just on that side. All right, then we have, oh, I forgot this little tiny little circle here. Yes, she's got a new book. It's like 30 Days of Creativity or something like that. You can find it on Amazon. Right, Barbara? I know it. Sounds good, Iselina. All right. Here we go. All right, now let's do these little letters here. And actually, we're going to use magenta on these letters. Okay. And then we're going to use salmon. And happy birthday, Iselina. And then we're going to use an orange. Actually, let's just grab terracotta. Terracotta would be good. It's out already. Okay. And cream. All these tiny little bits and bobs you got to take into account for it. Let's grab Indanthrone blue. Oddly enough, I don't think I have a link for her new book yet. I should probably do a command for that. Okay, let's grab, what was this one? Nougat? Yeah, let's grab nougat. There we go, a little bit of sepia. That's burnt umber. I want sepia. Where is it? That's walnut brown. Where did it go? Oh, there it is. Okay. All right, let's zoom out. There we go. Look at that, it's coming along. I think it's gonna look real cool when it's done. I'm actually kind of glad we went with wood slabs. I like the way that it looks. It reminds me, like, because it's wood slabs, like you'd think it'd be like a fairy house or something. Oh, and you know what? I said I wanted to change these little flowers. We're just gonna do that right now. So I wanted to change this to blue, actually. So bear with me here. It looks a little funky at the moment, but we're gonna adjust this. trick is not smearing this when you go back over it. Okay. Hang on. Let's see, is this one gonna work right now? Thanks, Barbara. I don't know that this one is gonna work right now. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do then. We're gonna grab our middle phthalo blue. I'm gonna go over where that yellow previously was. I mean, we added these flowers anyway, but I decided I didn't like the pink, so I'm changing my mind. Nothing super technical, but I feel like I like the way this looks a little bit better than the pink. I wanted something more subtle, you know? Anyway. I was just looking at that before and I was like, I didn't like it. Now I do. There we go. All right, it's coming along. We may end up adding some more shadow to the trunk. Usually by the time we get all of the final stuff down, then we can go ahead and, you know, add in additional shadows where we want to do. And it'll really start to come together once we add grass and everything else too. But yeah, so, oh goodness, that's a yawn. I need coffee. It is 9:37. Steve is off to work. I need to go tend to the children. So I'm gonna head out. I see Archan, welcome. We're actually just wrapping up here, but thank you everyone for, oh, and Brenda, you subscribed. Sorry, I missed that. Thank you for subscribing. Anna, thank you for subscribing. And yeah, I will see you guys on Friday. Okay, so Friday is the 23rd. We will not be coloring this. I'm gonna get it posted today. Come for Friday because Color with Faithful Girl, Belinda, she's gonna be here and we are gonna be doing some painting with, some of you know already, some of you know, we're gonna be painting with tiny hands. And it's gonna be hilarious. I can't wait. Look, I painted blue nails. Yay, tiny hands. Anyway, okay, so Friday night, we'll be taking a break from this page. We'll pick this back up on Monday, but Belinda is going to be here on Friday and we are gonna color with some teeny tiny hands. All right, so keep an eye out for that. And yeah, I'll see you in a couple days, okay? So have a wonderful rest of your day. Stay healthy, stay safe, and I will see you a little bit later. All right, bye.